could. So this next part, going on, I think these slurs over rests are among the most fascinating markings. And I think basically we're getting into something here where, for me, it's very much like, it's like waves of something that comes in. It doesn't really stop. There's always this kind of pull and back and forth and back and forth. And even into here where you don't have the dynamics, they're really written in. And when you get to these fortes with crescendos, you get here, 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 here. I think those are very important. Yeah, you know, the kind of the crashing and the receding immediately. That each one of those has an impulse to it. And then, you know, when you get to these, yeah, you have these circled there, it's so physically counterintuitive to do that, you know. So of course, a lot of violinists just don't. They're like, I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna do that. But I think it is important because it shows that you haven't actually arrived. You know, there's a lot longer in the piece before you get to a point where you can say, yeah, here we are. You know, you're almost there, but it's still, you don't quite have the confidence to get through it. Moving on to the next bit. I think all of this, so you know what we're talking about. I think that it needs to feel like there's a tension that you have over the audience that you're not letting go of that tension. And then when you get to this E flat up top, I think that hairpin down, the tenuto, I don't think that it necessarily stops. You know, I mean, it's often played like it does, but for me, yeah, so that I think this piece, a lot of it for me is holding tension throughout. I'll have you pick it up from going into this. And then as you play through this part, when you get to where the accents come in, I think you can play a lot more with the idea of almost like two different violins playing, like a little bit of an exaggeration, but that they sound like very different elements. And it can keep going that way all the way through to the bottom. Do you want to just pick it up from the... Yeah, that sounded like forte, stop, start again. You know, I mean, you're definitely not the first person to play it that way, but I think that there's more to it than that. You know, that what is it going to do? Anywhere you want, just sort of in the middle there, or at the beginning, whatever's easier to start. Right. Yeah. So I think that you maybe are getting a little bit too fast too soon. You know, it's like I think it takes longer to kind of wind up. Remember how does I can't remember. There's something in there. Maybe you can check in the score exactly where the pattern. Oh, I know. So yeah, it's like you started the pattern there, right? but I think it is as written there, that it doesn't start until quite a little bit later. Here, I think you're playing it almost too legato, you know, like you're getting, it's like there are these slight double stops over the string changes, which creates a great legato in certain types of pieces, but I think this is not one of them. And on the way down the figure, you know, really keep that up. I think that what's great about this is the passage starts with hearing the bass notes, and then it's that top that sort of takes over as the dominant voice. The octaves were fantastic, really nice. And I guess we have to move on. Anyway, thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Sounds great.